The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What you listening to, man? What they talking about? I got my hand up on that knob, trying to figure out. It doesn't matter who's the guest or what's the subject, cause they keep it 100 and them callers love it. The radio show got you tuned in, ready for action like a bad chick texting what's happening. They ain't here giving 5 o'clock news. Our hosts keep it blunt, sharing their point of views. They going in, man, cause they ain't got no filter. Cause they keep it 100, that's why we messing with you. Got you up to date with the latest, with music and what's trending, that's basics. On primetime hours, you can never go wrong. And get night music and what's going on in your neck of the woods, like, hey, Al Roco on today's light. Feeling entertained with the radio show. Tuesday, Thursday, taking over, let them know. Let them telephone rings, yeah, I'm on this thing.
Y'all filled up y'all gas tank yet? You see how it's getting out there?
I didn't fill up. I got some, but no, I didn't fill up.
Yeah, I filled up Sunday. I'm gonna go back tomorrow and fill up some more canisters because we have a shortage and I'm scared.
Yeah. Even though we're in a pandemic and you really shouldn't be driving much anywhere, you should probably just still be in the house, but whatever. I filled up yesterday with no urgency because I didn't know anything was going on. I just needed it. I was just, it was
And
just
I should have done the same. I'm terrible with procrastination, especially when it comes to putting gas in the car. I'm like, I ain't really going nowhere. I ain't got no plans to go. It's just whatever. Just get it when I get it. It's always going to be available, but, maybe I was wrong.
Man.
Is this going to be like a toilet paper situation?
It very much is. It's like the only reason you don't have toilet paper is because everybody's scared that there's not going to be toilet paper when there's no reason to not have toilet paper.
I remember when the toilet paper situation happened, and I'm actually just buying some because I need some. And they're like, yeah, you're stocking up too. It's like, no, I just need some. Like, right. Y'all taking all of it.
Yeah, that's how it was.
So I guess this week you go to the pump and it's like, yeah, you stocking up too? No, my truck needs fuel.
I just need gas.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was so bad. I had to put unleaded in mine, which my car is not supposed to take that. I had to get gas, and apparently because there's a shortage, that was all that was available. So thanks everybody.
Now that's not available.
Wait, what kind of car you drive that doesn't?
There's a lot of them that don't take unleaded. There's a lot of cars. Let's not do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say technically easy. The car that the truck that you drive, technically, if you want to break it down, you should probably be putting only premium in there. It takes unleaded, but it probably would perform better with premium.
If you read the manual,
that's what I was trying to break down. So you just you're just a premium guy.
Well, no, I mean they really tell you, in like the owner's handbook, it says don't put anything else in here besides premium. Like it literally tells you that. In the car we had before this one too, it said plus or premium, and that was a 2004. So I would just say read your manual, let you know what kind of gas you're supposed to be putting in there.
Yeah.
I think it's more of like a longevity, like M16 said, performance thing, but also longevity. If you put unleaded in there, the car's not going to explode. But
I mean, your car will still drive, but they're just saying, based on keeping certain engine parts and things, running at peak, their peak. That's the suggestion. But sometimes your wallet says unleaded is where we're going here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just put less premium in it if I can't afford to. Better get the full tank of unleaded.
So Khujeaux is the guy that rides the halfway point. He's either halfway or a quarter tank.
I'm
either halfway or I'm 40 miles to empty. That's me.
There you go. There's no in between.
There's no in between.
That's the range.
We've proven now over the last, I don't know, year and a half or so that the world, or let's just say the U.S. in particular, we could never survive a zombie apocalypse.
At
We
all.
would eat each other. Okay. A Quiet Place 2 comes out at the end of the month. I don't want to hear anybody talk about what they would do in the movie. Shut your mouth, because you were hollering about you couldn't get a haircut, and you're buying all this tissue, and you're buying all this gas, and just be quiet.
Yeah. Y'all remember, I don't know if y'all watched it, but the season 1, I think it was season 1, episode 1, Walking Dead, that shot of like Atlanta and like the long line of traffic to get out the city. And then it was like, open road on this side, like Rick was riding his horse, or they were driving the Challenger or whatever was happening. That shot, that's how I imagine not just getting out the city. That's how I imagine every street would be. Like, it's just going to be chaos, line of cars. Like there's not going to be a lot of people that's going to be prepared for this. There's going to be like 1 or 2 people in the city that's like for legit doomsday preppers. And to your point, everybody else is going to be killing each other, tripping over each other in the stores, buying up unnecessary amounts of tissue because, like, you're shitting in the woods at this point, bro. Like, just.
I've said this before. At some point in time, it may be somebody in my oldest daughter's age group, or maybe somebody in your daughter's age group and my youngest daughter's Khujeaux. Somebody is on their way to us why people needed tissue during the pandemic. They're on their way to explaining it any day now on why that's the case.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. It's like there's been so many shortages of things in between here, but this gas thing is just crazy because they have a lot of people who've been telecommuting for the last year and a half. Why do you need to go fill up? What do you need to fill up for? Why are you going to run out and do that? Why are you filling up gas?
I will say, if there's ever going to be a gas shortage, this is during the pandemic. This is probably the city for it because it never closed. So, yeah.
But this is real panic city. It's like, oh no, it's going to be a dusting of snow. Let's go to Publix and buy all the bread and all the milk and all the water. Let's go. Let's do it.
I think the media has a lot to do with it too, man. Like, if the news never broke about this hack or whatever happened, then it'd just be business as usual. Just be BAU. Just out here just stuck, just getting gas like normal.
Yep. Well, yesterday when I went, it was out of premium and plus. But you're not gonna really trip on that. You're like, well, I can still get some. It's still unleaded, but you're not gonna be like
that could happen any day though. Like that's
even
outside of this situation, you've been to the gas station before, like, oh, we only got unleaded or whatever. Like, all right, cool, go down the street. But this whole shortage situation with the lines and the craziness is the gas station owners know that this is not going to be a long-term thing. Like, this is going to be like 1 day, 2 days max kind of thing. But they like, hey, get this money. You know what I mean? So,
what's the lowest price you've seen so far riding around? $2.89 was the lowest I saw.
I mean, I could say what price I saw, but they weren't open.
Okay.
Like, they didn't have no gas. So the one place I found that had gas, it was $3.19.
Man,
for unleaded.
$2.89 I saw was a deal.
Yeah, no, yeah, you
absolutely.
That's reasonable. That's these times prices.
Well, these binge buyers, these stockpilers, man, chill, man. It's not that deep. It's really not. Y'all the ones causing all the problems because you panicking and you're not leaving enough for the next man.
Look, man, in a world with as much Uber and eats deliveries and everything else, like you're not gonna be trapped. You're not. You may not be able to drive your car. Like let's just say it does happen. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Fill up your car and just to not drive it because you're like, oh, I don't want to waste the gas, and I can't go back to the gas station and get some because there is no gas. You're just gonna sit it at the house. So, I mean, you can always take advantage of Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever you can get around. There's whatever.
They panicking.
Whatever.
16, I feel like you're holding back your triggeredness.
I'm just so over people easy. I mean, yeah, I am triggered, but I'm just over people, man. Folks be talking all this smack about, what they would do in certain situations. And they go out here and they just binge buy for no reason. Yeah, they just panic, and it just drives me up a wall, man. I mean, I don't like that, man. It's necessary. Like,
I wouldn't
have to go out and do that.
I wouldn't have got gas today, to be perfectly honest with you. I would have just I had less than a fourth of a tank. Yeah, I don't think the light was on, but I had less than a fourth. I was just chill with that. First of all, I don't go nowhere. I go to the store, which is less than half a mile up the street, and that's about it.
Most people are making just a circle. Like
that's it.
I mean, I filled up. I was full, and I did some driving today. But I only got rid of like a fourth of a tank. I'm still over half. Like I could drive for days on that.
Yeah, I'm
literally making a circle.
That's
I'm making a circle.
My longest trip is if I'm going to the grocery store, I'm either going to Publix, which is like I said, less than half a mile up the street, or I'm going to Kroger or Walmart, which is what 4, maybe 5. No, about 6 miles. So you're talking about a 10-minute drive one way, just in case I don't want to go to Publix for whatever reason.
Yeah,
it's not that big. Yeah,
it's really not that deep.
Yeah, at all. But anyway, on a better note, fans of you know what M16. I think you and I would appreciate this more. And no offense to Easy, I don't know if this would excite you as much, but you remember the time in Nickelodeon where they had like all these different game shows that just made you want to be one of them kids on that game show?
Yes, maybe I was ready to move to Orlando.
Easy, so you know about it?
I was functioning, yes.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna name them off. I don't remember the name of it, but it was the video game one with not Phil Lamar. What was the dude's name? Was it Phil? No, not Phil Lamar. What's that dude's name? Black dude was a host, and they put the kids in like a video game kind of thing, and it was like you had to like literally like you was like in a Mario kind of game, and it had like different levels. I have to look up the name of it. It was like arcade game. Anyway, that was one. Then you had Double Dare.
Love Double Dare.
Then you had what was the other one? It was one more around that time. Guts came a little later. I'm talking about there was Double Dare, and it was I'm terrible at this. God. But yeah, so anyway, then you had Guts. Then you had Legends of the Hidden Temple with the silver monkeys and the orange parrots and the red iguanas and something else. Anyway, it was a fantastic fucking show because it gave you a little bit of history while it made you want to run this obstacle course through this makeshift temple thing that they put. It was amazing. It was an amazing time to be a kid and have kid game shows. Well,
yes.
They bring in Legends of the Hidden Temple back, but for adults. One time for the adults. Put them horns in there. The easy horns.
Right there.
Because kids wouldn't appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like all they want to do is dance on TikTok. They won't appreciate running through a temple because that's
factual information on
some
TikTok.
Talking head just told you the backstory behind Sergio Manuel, who was a revolutionary in Brazil. I made the name up. I don't know what. Yeah.
It made you want to watch it. Okay, so first off, the channel that they started putting it on was called Nick Gas. Do you remember Nick Gas? Nick Games and Sports.
That came later though. It was on Nickelodeon. Yeah, they put them all on Nick Gas.
It was on a loop on there. Yeah. And it made you look for it because even me, like at the time when that channel was on, I mean, shit, I'm in like my mid-20s. I'm like, oh shit, Legend Hidden Temple. Let's just see what this. Let's just watch this.
It was nostalgic at that point.
Yeah, it bring you back to just like a good place. So now you say it's with adults, and Khujeaux, you said it is on Nickelodeon this go round or no?
No, it's on the CW.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It's on the CW. I'm looking up. I'm doing research on the air. Trying to figure out what the Nick Arcade. That was the name of it. Nick Arcade, and Phil Moore was the host. I kept saying Phil Lamar, but I know that's the dude to do all the voiceovers and from Mad TV and stuff. Okay, so Nick Arcade was one. Nickelodeon Guts, Nickelodeon All Star Challenge. I kind of remember that.
Yeah, some of the game shows I remember was like, I forgot there was one with like a shit ton of slime.
What would you do? That was the other one they used to come on with Double Dare. Yes, that was it.
Love that.
I still remember
they
had another one. I still remember the theme song. Wild and Crazy Kids.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
Well, I was about to say
Wild and Crazy Kids.
That's when
I
was
would watch that right now.
Why they crazy kids?
Now here's the crazy thing. We would make up our own shits and stunts after the show came on. Like come up with our own stuff to do in contests and things like that.
But does it feel good? Like when you talk about it, it brings you back. Like I'm getting happy just talking about these shows.
Yeah, man.
It's just such a good time, man.
Yeah. The 90s with the colorful themes and the bad CG and the
somebody just found the animation tool, so they were
exactly.
Now here's the only problem I have:
the squiggly lines and the spirals and the triangles and the colors and the cross colors and man, it was a time. Time.
I hate to be that guy, but I hope this is not one of these situations where they ruin a great memory trying to reboot something. You know what I'm saying? Like these are cherished times in life.
But how could you mess up a game show though, right? You know what I mean?
It's
like
possible.
You just bring it back and it's you know, I don't see how you could mess it up.
I mean,
it's not impossible.
Unlike the Pfizer vaccine, it's got like a 50% chance of being absolutely terrible.
But I'm saying it's a game show, so it's only as good as the host, right?
Well, who's the host?
I don't know.
Yeah, but what if the show didn't age well? You know, like what like 16th Theory we talk about all the time. Like, you remember how great the album was, and then you actually like play it or actually watch it on TV, and you're like, this was much better in my head.
It would be different if we were talking about like a movie or a TV show that had like a script and characters and stuff like that. But I feel like a game show, as long as the premise, or not premises, as long as the concept of that game show isn't something that is kind of, I guess, antiquated or whatever. It's basically a, what am I trying to say? It's basically an obstacle course, just themed around like jungles and temples. So, you know what I'm saying? You basically got people running and jumping, kind of like Ninja Warrior. It would essentially be Ninja Warrior, just without the ninja theme. It's jungle temple history theme. You know what I mean? So I don't know that it could be ruined per se, but I mean, y'all might be right.
I think you mentioned a very important part. Like whoever's hosting it has a big role in it. Like, look at The Price is Right. You know, they got, Bill Barker or whatever retired. And then all of a sudden, Jim.
Wait a minute. First of all, that's different.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know you mean. Yeah.
It was a smooth transition.
Bob Barker was.
Bob Barker. Sorry. Bob Barker retired.
Bill Barker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't.
Nah, you good. And now they got Drew Carey.
Drew Carey. Smooth transition. No problem. So.
Yeah.
But that's another one where you pretty much just got to be like slightly charming and likable.
Hey, look. Don't underestimate people fucking things up, okay? 16 talks about this all the time. The human race has disappointed us before.
Yeah.
Let's think about work, for example. Let's say you were working on this project, or you had some file that was like flawless, or you had some system that you created. It's flawless. It's dummy proof. Nobody can mess it up. And somebody messed it up.
Yeah. That does happen. That has happened.
That goddamn John in accounting just found a way to take a flamethrower to.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to add some formula to it and just sent it to goddamn hell. So don't underestimate people fucking things up.
Very true.
That is a good one. And it's true.
And with that, I am now slightly skeptical, but I'm still optimistic. I'm more optimistic about this. I'm more optimistic about this than I was about Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay. That's high praise.
I saw what you wrote about Mortal Kombat, where it was like, hey, that's an improvement over the other movie.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh yeah, because I didn't see it when we did radio show at the movie. So, EZ, have you had the chance to watch it yet?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I won't talk about it, but I will say it was 1,000 times, 100 times better than the one from the 90s. But having said that, it was just all right.
That says a lot.
Yeah, it was just
it'll do. It's something to
It will. If this is to kickstart the MK universe, the MKU, then I'm okay with this one being the first. Yeah. So let's see what the next one is. Let's see what the next few iterations, if they, you know what I'm saying, what they're gonna do with it. But this movie had its problems, but it had enough counterbalance in it. One of the biggest counterbalances to the problems that it had was Kano. Like, made the movie for me. Yeah, that character was well scripted, casted, and performance was good. So anyway, I like that character a lot. Not just because he was the comic relief, but I think it was just, in terms of everybody else that was on there, he was the only one that felt like the character. But anyway, kind of ruining it. But yeah, it was all right. It was.
What's the phrase? You know, we always say, like, with a movie like this, like, you've seen worse. You've seen.
Oh yeah, you've seen far worse. The first one. Go watch the one from the '90s again.
Go watch Annihilation. Like, the first one's bad, but go check out Annihilation and see how you feel about it. You know how bad Annihilation is? I don't even remember much from it. I remember like us seeing, and that was like, that's it. I can't think of nothing else from that movie. And I'm glad, because I remember not liking it as a kid. Well, I was gonna say, don't go back and go see about it, because you probably, I don't know, you were like preschool when that one came out. Don't even bother. Here's the Cliff Notes version. It's bad. You're welcome. All right.
Thanks.
I'm always here for you, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah. And I can like, that's not just your brother being himself, that it is a bad movie. Like the first one, everybody tries to pump up the first one, like, oh no, it was great. Cause I think where we were at that time, it was just innovative. something to have fanfare about. You know what I mean? Because it was, you know what I mean? But
I was counting.
It didn't age well,
I was counting the months, days that movie was coming out. Like I said, I had a subscription in the Game Informer, so every month they're updating you. They got pictures from the set. You know, I'm locked in. And when it came out, it was like, yes, can't wait to see it. And then when it was over, I still was hyped up. And then looking back on it, it's like, well, you know, but it's cool because HBO Max is saving you because some of these movies have been clunkers. They're supposed to be these big blockbusters.
Oh like, yeah, saving me box office. I'd be mad. I would be mad if I paid for that. I'm gonna be honest. If I spent $50+ for that, I would have been a little upset.
For Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have been mad for Godzilla vs. Kong too. I'd have been pretty pissed with that.
Disappointed, not really mad. I would be mad. Like I would want my money back for if I spent $50 on Mortal Kombat. Kong, I just wasted a night. It was a date. Hopefully I got something for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Mortal Kombat, I probably wouldn't even be in the mood. She'd be like, come on, let's go. Like, no. It was
no.
Right, exactly.
Did you not see what I saw? Jesus.
It was ruined.
Oh, you know that meme of that guy laying in bed? She's like, what the hell is he thinking about? Like, that movie was
like, terrible. I bet he over there thinking about other women.
Yeah.
God, they ruined Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Shang Tsung was very underwhelming. You know,
I will say he was. Look, that's where I disagree with a lot of other people. I'm not gonna say he was good or whatever, but in rankings for characters in that movie, he's in the top 3 for me.
Really?
Wasn't really a lot for him to do. I mean, the actor, I'll say, it wasn't a lot for him to do because of the way it looks like the way the character was written. I mean, he had a handful of lines. You know what I mean? But he felt ominous. He felt imposing. You know what I mean? Like he felt how a villain sort of should feel. None of them really felt like a threat to me. Even Sub-Zero. I mean, yeah, he was doing his thing, but like, whatever. What he wasn't. I would say he wasn't the first Shang Tsung. That was one good takeaway from that first movie. Was Shang Tsung from the first one. That dude was on point.
I will say this too. Don't slip on the fact that they remixed the original Mortal Kombat theme and they did a great job at it.
Oh yeah. It sounded like
it sounds goddamn.
It sounded
epic.
like John Williams composed the Mortal Kombat theme. That thing sounds amazing.
It is fantastic. Like, so if there's not one part of it where it's like, I don't want to see that. They did something to the thing where they kind of added elements of the new and then they put some new into it. The shit is fantastic.
It's great. It's great.
Yes.
But it's not better than the first one. That techno, that.
Yeah. But this is a nice alternative to that.
Right. Nah, this is the first one makes you want to rave. The second one feels like a movie theme. You know what I mean? Like they made it more movie appropriate. The first one, like I said, you want glow sticks and drugs.
Was during the end credits because it felt like this is the end of the movie type theme.
Nah, they played it a few times. Well, yeah, the whole thing, right? But they played snippets of it in the movie. I think I remember hearing it. What'd you think of Jax? Yeah, I kind of felt that way about a lot of the characters in there.
Yeah, was I supposed to? I didn't have no emotional attachment to anybody. I just sitting there watching.
None.
Yeah.
Not one person. Scorpion maybe, but I mean he was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
even still, I just was sort of like,
right.
Let's get to the killing here, please. Thanks. That's why I'm here.
Where's the chase, and how do I cut to it?
Yes. So I got a question for y'all real quick about, since we were talking about movies. All right, so Easy hadn't seen it yet, but the opening scene, but it's online. You can see this part of it. It's posted. The opening, 8-minute sequence of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
what's the best opening sequence that I've ever seen? Like, the movie might have been trash or whatever, but that first 8 minutes was like, oh shit.
Talking about from movies?
Yes.
Whew, that's a good one, man. You have to maybe do some research for that.
I think recently, because I think like Khujeaux, it would take me a minute to really think through that. But I think Endgame is one recently that comes to mind for me. To be honest, they really could have ended it after that first sequence. If they would have ended Endgame right there, would have been cool. It wasn't trash the rest of the way, obviously, in my opinion. But just the way it unfolded, I was just like, wow, they really could have just ended it right there.
I would say the same for was that Infinity War? Yeah, Infinity War. Hulk got beat up. Thor got killed. Thor got beat up. Loki got killed. So we're along the same lines of Avengers. I'm trying to think of another.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to go to the MCU, right? It's kind of it's topical. This is pretty easy to go there. I don't know. It's good. What comes to mind for you?
Well, it's a few of them. Some of them are older movies. Like the opening sequence of one, there's this movie Sylvester Stallone was in back in the day called Cliffhanger. That movie is not good, but that first sequence led you to believe that it was going to be good. Yeah. Doing this crazy rock climbing stuff. Also, the opening sequence of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is pretty damn good too.
Yeah. So was it just bad? It was just that bad the rest of the way?
Yeah, it's all right, this is the peak right here. You better enjoy this 10 minutes because this is it. And after that, it's just sort of waiting on something to happen.
Transformers 2. Probably the number one of all time. That highway scene.
Oh, they was going right in the big man. They was going off.
Nigga, bro, that greatest, probably one of my favorite scenes of all time. That highway scene was super dope. Could not have been executed better. After that, though, you can turn that shit off. You can turn it all the way off. God, it went so bad. How do you start off so high up and fall so far? I'm glad I kept thinking on it because that is my one example. If I had to take one example, if we compile it as many as we can, and it's the winner take all, that's my one example. I'm bringing that.
I was gonna say the Transformers movies. Don't get me started on that, but for I mean, if you maybe it's something we could revisit after we go do some research because it's hard to come off the top of your head and remember that.
Nope, I'm done. That's my one.
Khujeaux said he's good with it.
That's it.
Good. Final answer.
Look, exactly. Go. I'm challenging everybody out there. YouTube the opening scene to Transformers 2, that highway scene, and then recall. I don't want to tell you to watch the rest of the movie because I wouldn't do that to an enemy. But
so hyped.
That scene was so great, man. That scene was amazing. But anyway, that's my one. That's it for me.
How can I forget this? Another epic. Well, no, the movie was still great throughout, but the opening, The Dark Knight, the opening heist scene.
Oh yeah,
one of the best.
Yeah,
one of the best ever done.
Well, but you said the rest of the movie was trash.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Dark Knight is not trash. But yeah. But I just was thinking of grand opening scenes. But
yeah,
Transformers 2 is up there because I was hyped for that movie just like you were. I was like, yo, I can't wait to go see it. And then when it's over, it's like, what did we just?
I think we both said the same thing because we were working together when that came out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we came and talked about it like the next.
Because you was bullying your wife. You was bullying like we going.
Opening night, and I think we both came back to work and was like, we was talking about it. We was like, I think if I remember correctly, you let me know. We both said the same thing. I didn't realize how bad it was until I went home and thought about what I just watched.
This is facts. Because when I left the theater, I was like, yeah, all right.
Right. Like the credits was rolling. I'm like, whoo, that was a movie. I like that. And then I got back home. I'm like, wait. Are them robots racist?
It's funny.
I was like, did he hurt his? So he went through a portal and all of a sudden his hand is hurt? Like, how did that? Okay.
The Constructicon was inhaling. How did he? So, okay. I mean, it was still good though, right?
Yeah. Like, it was real long and loud.
Man, next to my wife. It was still good though, right?
I think it was money well spent. I think so.
No, it was not.
It's funny y'all say that because I missed that one. And I had some buddies that went watch it. And I was like, hey, how was it? And they're like, God, it was terrible, bro. Like, just be lucky you missed this movie one. And I was like, okay. Like,
it was,
Rotten Tomatoes had a funny, I know we're going to move on to something else, but they had a funny synopsis of what it called. They call it like this loud, overlong, bloated. What else? I'm going to look it up right now, but they had some harsh words for the synopsis for it.
Damn, they were that harsh about it?
Yeah, I mean, but it's so, man, it's so bad.
Yeah.
So this is what the caption says. I'm bringing it up right now. Any moment it's going to load up.
Yeah, no. Any moment. Home. Research on the air.
Because internet.
Right when you need it.
I mean, let's just listen to the name Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. It just sounds like a good movie. It's a robust 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's generous. That's quite generous.
So here's what the critics' consensus is. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen is a noisy, underplotted, and overlong special effects extravaganza that lacks a human touch.
Wow. What?
Hey, you have to fight me. If I directed that movie or if I wrote that,
we got a box.
We got to fight.
But this 20% is generous.
That is very generous. But what's funny is they had so much to work with within the Transformers. They didn't have to create this fallen guy. Like, this was made up for the movie. They made up this whole plot for the movie. There's so much. Like, it's when did that come out? What year was that?
This was 2009.
9? I was gonna say 10. All right.
Yeah.
So at that point, you had 30 years of Transformers lore to pull from. Like, the show literally came out in the 80s and has been consistently running in, different form factors or whatever, but consistently running with storylines. And you had to make something up. You deserve what you got.
20. I didn't know it was that low. I had no idea.
I want it lower.
He said I want it lower.
This needs to conclude Transformers 2 talk on this show forever.
What Mortal Kombat got since you got it up?
The 90. Which one? Annihilation or 95?
The 90s. Well, both of them. Yeah.
Okay. You know my alley right here. I'll do this all night.
Right.
Let's see. So we should do an over under on. And see.
I think
I'm here for the over under. The gambler in me is here for the over under.
All right, Easy. You hit him up first.
Which movie is this?
So we're talking about the original Mortal Kombat first.
The original Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
I'm gonna go over under 35.
All right, Khujeaux.
I'm gonna say 60.
You said 60?
60.
Okay. So Easy got it. It's 44%.
God. I thought more critics would have liked it.
Now
it was that bad.
Let's move to Mortal Kombat in 1997. Let's do the over under on that one. Yes.
25.
Damn. Khujeaux got my number. I'm gonna go over under 21, just like the Price is Right.
Okay. Well, neither one of y'all will be moving on to any other round. When a whole bunch. Okay. Mortal Kombat Annihilation, 2%.
Wait, I get it. I'm 21. I'm the closest.
I mean, it's still terrible. I feel
it is very much terrible.
That's pretty bad. Okay.
2%.
2%.
2%. The audience don't like it neither. 25%.
The critics literally
deserved 2%.
It's bad. And where was I when it dropped? I was at the theater. You know.
Oh man.
You know, a young, 17-year-old me right there. Like I didn't learn from the first movie.
Yeah, I didn't see it until way further down the line. I know I didn't see it. I saw the first one like theaters, but yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Or bootleg. Might have been bootleg.
I was like, they finna get it. They finna get it right.
You got
they got it.
The 3 for $15 special at the barbershop.
That right. Well, yeah. We used to get a lot of movies. I remember I had the first I had the Power Rangers movie with Ivan Ooze in it. I had that on bootleg, and I used to bring that to school like all the time. Like this was when it was still in theaters. I had it on VHS, and that was my first exposure to bootleg because I didn't know what I didn't know I had a bootleg tape.
He's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, I'm like, my mom got the hookup, man. We got, you know what I'm saying? We know people in Hollywood or something. But yeah.
And you really think that because if you had a really good bootleg guy, it had the white letters on the bottom saying, hey,
promotion only.
This is for promotion only or producer use, before it's released.
It didn't have none of that. It was the movie.
Oh man, yeah. And you need to question the quality.
Like the color was a little off, but other than that, I mean, it was good. I remember because I watched that movie ad nauseum.
Oh, that was a big deal. I mean, when that movie came out, I mean, Power Rangers were kind of at the height of their power, man. They brought it out at the right time, man.
Yep. I stopped watching the series after that. And it turned into ninjas. Liked the outfits, but didn't really mess with the shows. I mean, back then I did, but it fell off after that. Or I got older.
Man, I love this show so much. You fall down one rabbit hole, and next thing you know, you're checking Rotten Tomatoes for terrible movies in the 90s. You got
terrible movies in the 90s.
It's the equivalent of shooting dice with your friends. That's what we just did with Over Under.
I'm definitely with it.
Cool. So what we moving on to?
I just got the urge to just look up Street Fighter, the first one.
Oh. It's gotta be low. It's gotta be in the I'm not looking it up. I don't look it up anymore. But we gotta be talking like in the teens at this point. That movie is bad.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what? Say a number, 16. What you got?
I'd say I'll go with like 18%. That was another one I was super hype about.
I'm gonna go 23. So we'll see what Khujeaux finds real quick and figure out who's closest.
M16 got it. 13%.
Damn it! I figured it was under 15. Damn, should have went
So bad.
13%. 20% audience. So the critics in the audience pretty much agree.
But we've mentioned this before. It had the single greatest line in cinema history in that movie.
All time. And what's funny, I held on to that line from the first time. Well, I don't want to say the first time, maybe because I watched it a lot when I was a kid. I liked it back then. But I held on to it from back then until I got into adulthood, and I reflected back on the movie, and I realized what that line meant and how impactful that would have been to say to somebody that the day I came and fucked up your life or fucked up your town was the single most important day of your life. For me, Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. Amazing. Just amazing.
I've never heard another line in a movie that was amazing. That was an amazing line that came from a terrible, god-awful movie.
Somebody, look, fight me if you tell me there's a better line in a movie somewhere. All right?
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting for somebody to hit me, but like, oh, you know,
Khujeaux and
I will pay your
knock
kid
guys
college
out.
Well, people in the comments, you never fail us. So go ahead and just let us know.
Pay your kids college tuition.
Somebody will be triggered and have a paragraph for one of you guys.
No, it can't be an entire fucking soliloquy or monologue or nothing like it's
No.
Yeah.
They're gonna have the quote and then they're gonna have a paragraph explaining
why it's better.
Right.
Yeah. Nah,
they better have a goddamn thesis, okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
that line is
like
undefeated.
Khujeaux's point, fuck a monologue. We ain't trying to hear it.
Yeah. Cite your source, cite the movie, and then the line, and then we'll be the judge because
I'm telling you right now, you're wrong. Don't send it. You're wrong.
Damn. This man said, don't send it.
There's no other competition. Like, I'm saying it to your face. I know what I did to you. I know why you're tracking me down. I know why you dedicated your entire life to martial arts. You exist as a character because of what I did to you. And for me, it was just maintenance. I was just wiping my ass and washing my hands.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember I don't remember washing my hands. But if you was the soap I used, you know what I mean? You might, bad analogy, but that shit was amazing.
It's a tremendous line. It's an all-time great. I'm begging you.
R.I.P. to Julia, man.
What's that?
R.I.P. Julia.
He was great.
Yeah,
He's the best part of that terrible movie. Raw Julia. He was great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't know he had cancer when he filmed that.
Yeah, man, he's basically dying while he's doing that movie.
Yeah, pretty much like Boseman.
I was about to say, that sounds like some Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. I mean, he only did the movie because his son mentioned it. He's like, "Oh, my son likes it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, let me do this character." Which I actually think he was a good cast. I mean, obviously he had cancer, but I was saying if he had a little bit more weight on him, he'd have been a great. He had the look of Bison, like in the face from like the video game. But
and then they just went. They didn't just get a guy. They went and got a dude who's like a great actor. Like we got Raw Julia. He's great.
He was a phenomenal actor, man. Yeah.
Yep.
He is the quintessential Gomez Adams.
Yes.
There isn't another one. You can recast that role 1,000 times. That's Gomez Adams for me. I don't even like the cartoon anymore because he's Gomez Adams.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfectly done, man.
Is that
Gomez?
And Morticia, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
That's another movie that was actually really well casted, like all around. From Wednesday, your girl, Christina Ricci, Raw Julia as Gomez,
being Fester.
That's what I was about to say. Christopher Lloyd as Uncle Fester. I love that.
I also with that movie, if it happens to be on and I see it, I stop on it wherever it is and I watch it to the end, no matter where I catch it at.
Yeah, same. That's one. I think one for me. Have we talked about this before? Movies that you always stop and watch? I feel like we did.
Well, I mean, we're in a new era here. We're on YouTube and shit now.
Sure. Back to the Future. I probably have seen that movie more times than I have needed to, but it's just every time it's on, I have to watch it. And then when they run 1, they run 2, then they run 2, they run 3, and then they start it all over, and I'm just like, okay,
right? Is that good?
Yeah. Even 3 was the worst, but I can still watch it. Like it's still watchable bad to me. Like it's not. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time by watching the third one.
Man, but I bet you it's rated fresh as hell.
Let's find out.
More Rotten Tomatoes. I love it.
What's the movie?
Back to the Future trilogy.
Let's see. Back to the Future 19. Oh, interesting tidbit. I just posted this on my Instagram story that the amount of time that Marty McFly traveled back from 1985 to 1955. If you did that right now, you'd be in 1991.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that.
Okay,
that made me feel old as hell.
First off, wow. He said made you feel old?
Yeah.
Yes, I wasn't born yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were about 3 years away from making your debut.
Crazy. 1991. So like if you think about 1985 and then 1955, you had like the 55 Chevys and the sock hop and the milkshakes and all that other kind of shit that was like you think about that old. That's how old 1991 is today.
Yes.
Today. Wow.
That's crazy.
So
are we guessing this one or
you going to see Boys in the Hood? Snoop Dogg hadn't even debuted yet. Like he'd done nothing at that point. It was a lot going on.
So right. Did you say how much it is?
What y'all got on the over under for Back to the Future?
Oh, the very first one?
Yeah.
I mean, that's 95%, 96%. I'll go 96. That is damn near flawless.
Damn it. I should have went first. I'm gonna go 85.
96 on the dot. All right, part 2.
That can't be far behind. I'm gonna go with 85%. It can't be that far behind.
I'm gonna shortcut 16 and say 90.
66%.
Wow, that's a huge drop.
Yeah, very. Back to the Future 2 was, I liked it. I don't want to say better. I liked it just as much as the first one. I feel like, and look, man, in terms of time travel movies, you're not going to find one better. It's hard to do a time travel story. And then to overlap one time travel story on top of another one and then not, I don't know. I would have to read the reviews and find out anyway. Okay. All right, so what we doing for part 3? What y'all think? I thought 66 would be part 3, but let's see what part 3 got.
Okay. I would say I'll go 65 for that one.
I'm gonna go 75.
Easy, got it. 80.
Based on Khujeaux's reaction, I was like, it's got to be high.
Wow,
I did not expect that at all.
I did not
expect 3 to be higher than 2. Yeah, I didn't either.
Because
I thought that trilogy went like, or like in the end, but
even still, it's still a good movie. Like, if that's the worst that they did,
yeah, that means that only 40 math, that many percent people didn't like it. So that's
majority of the people, but majority of the people that you talk to, they liked it.
Yeah,
nice. Cool. I could do this all day.
Man, yeah. Movie talk and music talk. That's a good one.
We could do it all day. And
can't go wrong.
Music talk. Man, we all over the place. This is a random episode to conclude. But anyway, I just saw this before I signed into the show. Who, and I'm sure we all seen it. It's kind of ran into the ground. Who could go up in a hits battle with Drake? Who would you put
I saw that too.
In a versus battle with Drake?
Ooh. Like, are we saying
to win now? To win.
Like, to win. This ain't
artists that are alive, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
okay.
Hey, but yeah, artists that's alive.
I saw that post earlier, and I was like thinking about it, and I was like, nobody.
Man, but
that would win.
based on this generation, it's hard to put him up against. That's rough, man.
This is throughout. In my opinion, I couldn't think of nobody from
up to a point,
West Coast. I couldn't think of nobody.
Does it matter like the genre? Because like you could take somebody like Rihanna, and at a certain point you could put her step for step with him, and then she just kind of stop.
But you gotta think about it too. Like with these versus battles, they've been including like features as well. So you gotta think about the entire
features and written, because he had written.
Yeah. Like they've been doing, it's Teddy Riley had a bunch of songs that he didn't sing on, but he wrote them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's rough to say because basically, so Drake really was like, he came to the forefront in like 2008. But from that time up till now, at least every year or every other year, I might be putting this light that he got at least 3 songs that took over the radio. You might not have loved them. Maybe
that's hella light, bro.
Yeah.
Hella light.
Yeah.
You being very it ain't generous.
His second album stayed in the Billboard 200 for 7 years?
Yeah, it was years.
It was years that his album stayed in the Billboard 200. Like
the only person I could think of that would give him a run for his money, and I don't even think they will win, is Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown has enough hits to make it a full stream. I don't know if Chris Brown wins, I think Chris Brown has enough material from features and his content and stuff he wrote.
I can get with that one.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that would make it a watchable event.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch SWV and Escape, which I thought probably would have been a good one.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I watched it.
Was it cool. Like how they did Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers? Or
here's the thing. For me, I'm enjoying them less now because they're getting more commercial. I like
correct,
and I think we had this conversation before, which I think was one we was all supposed to watch, but didn't. It was like, it's getting a lot more commercial now. It felt like when it started, it was like, oh, this is a cool little thing, get us through the pandemic. It felt kind of organic, felt genuine. It was just like, let me put these 2 artists together. Y'all jump on live.
Did they have an MC? I'm not to mean to cut you off.
They had a whole set. They had a whole stage.
Yeah, okay, so they did it exactly like the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. It was actually, I would say it was a nicer set than that one because they had a bigger stage because they were way far apart. Like this was a whole venue that they rented. The Isley Brothers looked like they might have been a little.
They looked like they were at some old music hall or something. Yeah.
Yeah. This
I will
one
say
was big. It looked like a Housewives reunion set. It was all.
Oh Lord. Yeah. I will say though, I think once Swiss and Timbaland sold the rights to whoever they sold it to, we kind of knew that was coming. It was going to be more commercialized.
Yeah.
Because I think they were doing it just to like help people get through it, and like, hey, if we make a bag off of it, cool. They didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they literally just created something based on their relationships, and they made a bag off of it, and it was like, later. I don't care what y'all do with it now.
Yeah, the Chris Brown thing being brought up is like, I mean, people ain't gonna want to do it because they don't like to take modern people, and it's about what we used to know. Because you can't say Chris Brown is one of the greatest R&B singers of all time right now. Around since like 2005, and he's still got years left to go. Yeah. But he's made some of the best. I keep saying he's made some of the best.
He's only 32, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got prime years. It's just like if you start to mention like, LeBron James might be better than Michael Jordan, and people are like, how dare you say that? But it's kind of so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the industry is funny. Like you would think Chris Brown like got a whole lot more steam left in him, but I mean, if you look back on Usher, around the same age, he was kind of falling off.
Yeah, well, I don't think Chris Brown's falling off. He's still.
I don't think so either. I think so too. Usher just, his residency in Vegas is probably about that time.
Yeah. Chris Brown's been able to pivot.
Yeah,
he's been able to stay
relevant. Yeah.
Whereas to Khujeaux's point, if you're talking about doing a residency in Las Vegas, you're in your twilight. Like, so
it's a thin line. If you're doing it just to get some money, then cool. But if you're talking about that's just weird, because Drake did a residency in Vegas.
No, I'm talking about like, hey, I'm here every night.
Right. Yeah.
Like how Mariah Carey has one there now, but it's like,
I
don't know, man.
Like Celine Dion, like, shit.
But that's earned. That's then we're not saying like that's a bad thing. You've earned that residency in Vegas. They only put greats there. They only put people there who they feel like can fill that venue night after night after night after night after night. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna put nobody there.
It's bad when in regards to making current music and staying relevant in today's music culture.
Yeah,
that's where it's bad.
Right?
Even though you're still getting music, them checks in Vegas.
Music is youth culture, man. It's just the way it's always been. Nobody's. I think we, as a generation, is. It's just hard for us to wrap our minds around getting old and aging out or whatever. And a lot of us are in the media and have our hands and stuff. So you gotta keep that stuff at the forefront. But once you hit a certain age, you're not. Music, it's not targeted towards you no more. Nobody's like, you know what? This song, it's gonna hit for the 30 to 40 age range. That's our demographic. Like, you ain't nobody's demographic except maybe Charmin.
Yeah, but you got to look at like what besides them making music, like what's required in the job.
That too.
A lot of travel.
Yeah.
A lot of performances. A lot of nights in a hotel. Like. That's why when they get older, they done with it because like the brunt of the job, like where the artists really get their money is the physical aspect of it, the concerts, the performing, making these appearances.
I was about to say,
going on TV shows.
But a lot of these
that's what I'm saying.
Already got families. They got 9, 10, 20 kids. So
But another aspect though that I think we touched on in the past is that sometimes the artists can, they hit their peak and there's nowhere else for them to go. Like when Usher did Confessions, that was like him at the absolute height of his powers. How much further can you go after that? Like once
but look, you can still make good music. Nobody's asking you to make Confessions every single time, but you can at least drop a song that is good. You know what I mean? So,
and that's no diss on Usher, but it happens to artists all the time where they've shot their best shot, and it's like what's left is just like,
who I didn't think would phase out is Lil Wayne.
It's over, man.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's over.
What's verse? Because he fell off when he started doing.
Carter 3 was like the height of like that's Lil Wayne at. Yeah. He's at his.
Yeah. I was about to say
we
will not accept any Carter 3 slander here on this show. So
no, you can't. But
that was the height of it.
When he tried to come back. This was maybe about 5 years ago, he dropped this verse, a song called Glory. Immaculate rhyming prowess on display there, like in terms of just rap skill. And it was a good song too. When that didn't hit, when that didn't get him back into the spotlight, I was like, yeah, it's over for Wayne. Because that was kind of one of the critiques everybody was. He did that song, I Ain't Got No Worries. I look me in my face, I ain't got. And I was like, Wayne on that, on that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even rapping no more. Everybody was tired of him doing the auto-tune, all that kind of stuff. Then it was about a couple years later, however long, and then he dropped that verse in that song, and I'm like, ain't no coming back. Because that, like, you listen to that boy was rhyming. That boy was going off.
Yes, it's over. I mean, the only thing that lets you really know about that part was being over, because when Carter 5 came out, it was like, okay, it was out, and then it was like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
But here's the thing, like, did we really need that? You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
After it had been so long, like
nobody asked for it.
If I was Wayne, I was just been like, I just make new music. But it kept being a thing centered around this Carter 5, like it was just gonna be this, second coming of music. But like you set the bar too high. By you fighting for it that hard, you made people think like, bro, this is gonna be, this is gonna be it. I'm never gonna want to listen to else.
Wait to as soon as it hit your device on midnight that night, people couldn't wait to check it out. And then you check your timeline and it's like, we waited for this.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even download it because I was just so I wanted to hear people's opinion first because it's just like, it's one of those things like, hey, it's been too long. Like, it's been too long. You know, do you really still have it in you? Like, you know.
It's kind of like that Dr. Dre, I mean, cut you off, but
Compton.
Compton album. Wasn't that supposed to be replacement for the Chronic 2 or something like that?
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be the replacement for what was the name of it? It was called Detox. It was supposed to be what Detox was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And that I was gonna ask y'all too the music question. What's the most disappointed you ever been? That's at the top of my list of me being big disappointment as far as what I was expecting.
I didn't think that album was that bad.
Well, I didn't say it was just garbage. It just wasn't. It wasn't the hype.
It wasn't wait for 20 years.
Yeah, but
it was not.
I mean, can we be fair though and say like there are some moments where it's like, all right, hey, everybody chill out. This is not, we don't need to hype this up. Like, don't do this to yourself.
That was never gonna happen with a Dr. Dre.
Because it's been so long. Like people were really waiting on Detox literally for like 20 years. And when he finally dropped Compton, people thought, yeah, right, there you go. And like big fans, you know what I mean? And then when he dropped this and it was, kind of, okay, I'll say this. There's people still riding around to the Chronic or who were still riding around to the Chronic for way longer than how many people still riding around
trust
to
me,
the
16,
Compton.
we know. Trust me, 16, we know.
I'm even saying now, I'm not even saying like to the point where like now it's nostalgic to listen to it. I'm saying like you dropped Chronic in, what was it?
92.
92.
By 94, 95, or whatever, people still listening to it. He dropped Compton in 2013, 14, 15.
Whenever Straight Outta Compton came out, that was the album for the movie.
A year later, nobody was listening to that album.
No, 6 months later, nobody was listening to it.
Yeah,
it was gone.
Yeah,
that was it. It went gold though. That means anything.
I mean, it's a compliment, but like if you walked up to somebody on the street who claimed to be a Dr. Dre fan, you asked them, rap me 2 songs off Compton right now.
Hit them with the 16 question.
Yeah. Name 3 Dr. Dre songs from Compton. They were like,
Women, Weed, and Weather. Is that 3 songs?
No, that's not even on the album. That's not even on the album. That's on Kendrick Lamar's album. Wow.
Okay. Hey, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And this concludes Compton Talk.
Absolutely.
I legit don't even remember what's on it, bro.
Some of it came up.
There was a few songs I liked on there.
I had my Spotify on shuffle the other
Kendrick.
day, and it came on. But it's nothing that's gonna be like.
So you have to be forced to listen to it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm not going through my playlist just like seeking it out. I was listening to a song, and then if you know on Spotify, if you finish listening to a song, it automatically starts a radio station. It came on. It was like, okay, all right, that'll do. But I wasn't like, oh shit, let me go and add this to my I got you. But the Chronic is in my list, and 2001 is in my list, but Compton is not.
I got you.
Have y'all ever been like, man, I really don't know the name of this song. I remember this song being so good, blah, 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 blah. And then when you finally find the song and you're like, damn, I don't remember the song being this good. Like a song you don't remember, like you heard a few times, you're like, that's a good song. And then you're like,
what's the example? Like,
okay,
I was gonna ask one.
So I didn't realize at the time that it was a Gwen Stefani song. So, but I was like, man, somebody made a song that used, a Biggie Smalls beat, and it was kind of smooth. And I was like, I can't remember the name of the song. I, Googled the lyrics, never came across it. And then a couple of days ago, I was on Instagram, and they were doing a game where it was like, hey, we're gonna play 5 seconds of this song, like, and guess what it is? And I was like, I heard the beat, and I was like, this is the song I've been trying to find. Man, I go listen to the song, and it was Gwen Stefani's. The name of the song is "Luxurious," I think. And I'm like,
I remember that song.
I was like, am I tripping? Like, I really thought this song was better than what I thought it was. Like,
that begs a follow up. That begs a follow up, though. Name 3 Gwen Stefani songs.
Okay, we got the
He's Googling, took his photo. Look at it.
No. I literally just had a call coming in. I'm not cheating. We had the banana song.
Banana song?
We got, it's bananas, BANAN. A few times I've been holla back, girl.
There you go. I was about to say, I was waiting for you to say the name.
You got the No Doubt song, Keep On Dancing. I don't know if that's the name of it, but sometimes they gotta keep on dancing.
You said Gwen Stefani, not No Doubt.
She's in No Doubt. Like we can't use that. What?
Solo song. Yeah. And you ain't really get the name of that. You just kind of it was like you are
going down.
Going on 25. Luxurious, since I just mentioned that one. And then Sweet Escape with Akon. Bam.
That Akon song was that Gwen Stefani? No, I'm joking.
No, it's her song. Akon was featured on it. Thank you.
That was a tepid.
What's up?
That was a tepid list.
I mean, were you expecting this godly list?
Look, should we put a time frame on these?
Yeah, because I mean,
No. I mean, what's the time frame? Let's be fair. Because first of all, the question's out the blue.
30 seconds. From now on, there's a 30-second. What?
30 second, yeah.
20?
20 is better.
No, 30's fair. 30's fair.
All right.
30's
okay.
fair.
But I'm saying, all right, so look, count to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was just 5 seconds. That felt long as hell.
Yep.
Hey, either way, he asked the question, I answered it. So there you go.
That's never gonna get old, by the way.
It's not.
Never, ever.
I'm gonna be on my deathbed saying my last few words. Khujeaux, name 3 Aaron Hall songs.
Oh God.
Why him?
I just
all
I just brought that up out the blue.
look.
Hey, 16. 16. Name.
Like,
we'll try it out right here. We're doing 30 seconds or 20 seconds.
We're doing 15.
15 seconds. 16. 3 Migos songs.
Oh.
Gosh. Well,
3
I
Migos.
can't even go that. We're done. What's the next segment?
Name 3 Dr. Dre songs.
You can't even wait. Hold on. You can't name 1 Migos song.
Nope. You said 3 Dr. Dre songs.
Mm-hmm.
No, I said Migos. Oh, he said Dr. Dre. Okay.
I get it after he lost. He still
let me ride.
5.
Yeah, let me ride. Nothing but a G thing and bitches ain't shit. There you go.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say keep their heads ringing. I thought that was gonna be one.
It still took him 10 seconds. It's far too long for somebody who claims to be a fan.
But yeah,
I was confused. That's why I was going from he was asking Migos and then he said Dr. Dre, so I was just trying to make sure I'm answering the right one.
The point is, I have made my point. There needs to be more time in this contest. 16 is obsessed with Dr. Dre, and it took him that long to come up with 3 songs.
But that's not the point. This is my game, and I'll hit you with it when you least expect it all the time. You just better be prepared. You giving props to an artist, you better know what the fuck you're talking about. I've spoken.
Guess about that time. I'm gonna do the Super Kaleidos, man. So I'm gonna give you a chance, I guess, to drop anything. So. All right, so Super Kaleidos. If you have a Kroger in your area, if you shop at Kroger, you may have come across or at least seen the packaging maybe for their sandwich cookies being like Oreos, called Kaleidos. And sandwich cookie. They recently released Super Kaleidos, which has a fruity cereal, is touted as being fruity cereal flavor. So we think fruity cereals, think your Fruity Pebbles, your Kicks, Tricks, your Fruit Loops, etc. For me, before going into this, when I saw it was gonna be released, I immediately thought Fruity Pebbles, just because I don't know, maybe I'm biased and I like Fruity Pebbles. But it tastes more like Fruit Loops. You got 2 fruit flavored cookies, and then a yellow cream center. The yellow cream center, to me, gives more of a citrusy, lemony kind of taste. But the 2 cookies the 2 fruit flavored wafers or cookies that's around the cream have kind of another little distinct kind of tropical Fruit Loops, tropical Fruit Loops. One of them. It's not Fruity Pebbles. It doesn't taste like Fruity Pebbles, but it's good. There's a very good cookie. You may be thinking it's sweet. It does have a little bit of sweetness to it, but nothing to where you bite into it, you're like, oh my God, my sugars. Whatever people.
You're not chewing diabetes. That's
exactly.
All
yeah, it's not that sweet, but it is delicious. I really like the Super Kaleidos. I like what Kroger did with those. So shout out to them. And yeah, look.
You had me sold on cookies that taste like Fruit Loops, so I have to.
Yeah,
find
I mean,
they look good in your post. So now that I know that that's what they taste like, yeah,
it tastes like Fruit Loops. Like when you bite into it, it's like
that's great.
Like
I mean, Fruit Loops is a top tier cereal anyway, so this is this works.
We gotta get our cereal bracket going too. And you had me at Fruit Loops. Like you mentioned something. I got the template. It's just a matter of putting it together.
Is that what we doing on One Gotta Go?
Well,
cereal edition.
If I would have thought about that, I could have made one. But I have some food options that we could do instead. It's just we got a dip version. So dips. We got chips, and then we have savory snacks. So which one do y'all want to argue about? Which category?
I want to vote for chips, man.
I'm curious about savory snacks. I just want to know what's on the list. Like, give me one example.
Okay. So like meat sticks is on there.
Okay, let's do chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 16, you cool with chips?
Yes.
That's what you picked, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I said. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All
right. Cool. So let's pull up the pick collage and see. All right. So we got brands of chips. We got 4 brands of chips.
We're not doing flavor. Okay. All right. That's cool. We do brand.
We can do flavors. You want to do flavors? I got flavors too.
Yeah, I'd rather do flavors.
All right. Cool. All right. So we got Doritos. We're gonna do Doritos. Y'all cool with that, or y'all want to do Cheetos?
Doritos is
cool. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So Doritos, we got 5 choices. We got the Doritos Dynamita, which is like the little roll up, kind of competitive with Takis, the really spicy roll up. You got spicy sweet chili, which is the purple bag. You got the spicy nacho. You got the regular nacho, which is the red bag, and then you got the blue bag, which is Cool Ranch.
I'm just gonna hop right into it, man. I gotta get rid of the Dynamites, those things. They can go. Nobody's touching Cool Ranch.
Absolutely not. It is one of the best snacks of all time. And me and my brother have talked about this before because he called me one day and I know he remembers the story. He was like, man, I was listening to my favorite radio show and they had the audacity to say that Cool Ranch is one of the top snacks of all time. And I was like, it is. And there was like this silence on the phone. I thought he was in a dead spot. And I was like, do you not agree, 16? He was like, I mean, it's good, but all time? And I'm like, yes, they are spot on. I don't even know the conversation.
First of all, it's good, but it's also distinct.
There's nothing that tastes like it.
That is what could propel a snack to the top when it's good and it doesn't taste like anything else. You could blindfold somebody and open a bag of Cool Ranch and they'd be like, oh, that's Cool Ranch. They ain't got to taste it yet. It tastes like nothing. Anyway, we're not going to talk. Anyway, the purple bag, the sweet chili is probably the top 3 Dorito flavors. And the spicy nacho and the nacho is classic, and the spicy nacho is just that with spiciness. So it's can't go wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of those. The Dynamites, them things.
I actually agree with you, Khujeaux. It's the Dynamite, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Man. All right. So for me, I'm gonna just say the one that's staying first. spicy nacho is once you go that route. Remember we told Dad. He said I told our dad. He's like,
we told our dad, yeah.
When you step across that line and you head over to spicy nacho, there's no going back to the original. Just letting you know this right now. You're not going back.
Yeah.
And he had him, and now he's like, yeah, I don't even buy the originals no more if it ain't spicy nacho. Like we tried to tell you. That's it. They're that good.
Good.
The one that's gotta go
for me. No, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Easy. No, go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say the thing that I really love about a chip is that it tastes so good you don't even have to dip it in anything. And like,
oh yeah, I don't even use dip. I don't buy chips that require dip.
I agree. I'm the same way. But sorry, not to cut you off, 16.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. But yeah, I'm right there with you. If you need, that's kind of like barbecue. I don't eat barbecue if I need barbecue sauce on it. That's not good barbecue.
Stay woke.
Yeah, do you think?
The one gotta go is the same one, the one that's similar to Takis. That can go away. The rest of these they all can stay. I'm surprised we didn't have an honorable mention in here for the organic white cheddar Doritos, which are underrated.
Excellent.
And they are fantastic.
They are good.
Yes, they are very good.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. Piping hot take. Takis are just okay.
Well, they're not set up for your taste buds. That's for middle school.
No, I mean I get it. I get the appeal of it.
It's literally just hot. Like that's what Khujeaux is trying to get at. It's flavorful.
It's like what chili lime, right? I think that's
the originals. The purple bags they have. It's like chili lime.
So I mean I get it, but it's not like that's not one I would expect to be like this cultural phenomenon where everybody's just like, oh my god, I gotta and like it's okay. I mean they good, but I'm not gonna fight nobody for a bag or you know what I'm saying like that's not the one I gotta. If we stop at the gas station, I'm gotta grab a bag of these kind of thing. You know what I mean? So I don't, that one surprised me, how popular they are.
Yeah, it's kind of overbearing, but I think to 16's point, it caters to, it caters to the kids.
But like hot Cheetos was, Flaming Hot Cheetos was kind of similar, I guess, for us back in the day, because we all ate it, but people still eat them.
Yeah.
They're still a staple.
They're still good.
Yeah.
It's not something I seek out, but if I go in the pantry and I see something in there, I'm like, dang, I really just need something real fast. I'll put a few of them in a napkin or whatever and be content with it, But it's not the,
What are you, a woman? What are you, a Mary?
Jesus Christ.
You gonna put some cigarettes on that sandwich? No, but for you only put so you saying you can't take a lot of heat?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying of course I can take heat. Look where I'm from, man. I'm just saying that's not my favorite thing in the world. I'm not gonna fill up on them. But if I just want to, toss back a couple, that's how that works.
Yeah.
But this Doritos one, this was excellent.
Look, let's just keep. We got a little bit of time. Let's do the Cheetos one because I'm curious on what's on that one.
All right.
Okay. Let me take a gander at it.
Because we all agreed. I want us to disagree about something.
All right. And one of these days we should talk about this off the air. We should dedicate an entire show to just doing one gotta go. Like the whole time we just do one gotta go the whole time.
Yeah, at least half a show.
Yeah.
To just number one. I'm with you. I'm with
it. You see, the Cheetos here, it's got 4 options. So I'm very interested to see. Because to me this is obvious, but hey, this is what we do it for, right?
Yep.
All right, so the Cheetos, obviously you have the Flamin' Hot, you got the Puff, you got the cheddar jalapeno, and then you got the original crunchy.
Okay.
For me, this is easy as hell. The crunchy can get the fuck out and never come back because the Cheetos are not regular Cheetos are not bad. There's just so many better chips I'd rather put.
I'm with you. I'm and this is no cap, as the kids would say. I literally just tasted regular crunchy Cheetos for the first time, probably since I can't even remember, like rec ball days. Because we saw, I just remember eating a lot of them during rec ball days. Because whenever parents brought snacks or whenever the concession stand, they had it for some reason. I'm talking about like 12, 13 for the first time. Because I never really cared for them that much but I tasted them the other day, and they okay. They're actually not as bad
They're
as I
not.
remember them being.
Again, they're not terrible.
So I can tolerate them. But to your point, and I agree, there are a lot of better flavors out there.
There's a lot of different brands of chips you're gonna grab. Like I look at it like this: you look at the multi-pack bag, right? Regular Cheetos and regular Fritos are probably the ones that are going to be left
last.
Like that's your last resort.
Dead last.
You eating the last 4, so mama can go get you another bag, at the grocery store type thing.
Yeah.
Like Flamin' Hot Cheetos is a staple. Like obviously it's not going anywhere. The Puffs are amazing, game changer. The cheddar jalapeno came out of nowhere and were amazing. Like I remember ditching the hot Cheetos for the cheddar jalapeno. That's how good I thought they were. They are great.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I gotta agree. I'm gonna have to go with crunchy also. Partially because of my history with them, but I just wanted to kind of preface that and put that out there. It was like I like them more than what I historically have, because like if you'd asked me this question 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh man, them crunches garbage. Get them out of here. I don't even know why they exist, but they're not that bad. I can stomach it. Like you said, I'm not gonna pick them up.
Yeah.
They get better as you get down to the bottom of the bag. The further you get down to the bottom where there's crumbs is the crunchy where it gets better. But the one for me that has to go is the jalapeno ones. They can just go. I'm good with that. They can just go away. But the one that's staying, and here's my hot take, is that the puffy Cheeto is an all-time great that doesn't get enough credit for how good they actually are. The puffy Cheetos are that good. They should be up there and they should be talked about more. They're that good.
I agree.
Your first statement just completely just negated everything you said after that. Like,
I agree with
like,
that.
You know what? The Temptations is the worst R&B group of all time. But Boyz II Men don't get enough credit. Like, you can't just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
people are still talking about your first hot take.
Like
so what do you not
wanted to argue
about them?
Here we are.
Follow-up question time.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm good. If I want hot Cheetos,
have you tried them? You know I gotta ask you this now.
Yes, because your oldest was into those, and they were, they're not garbage. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I'm choosing, they're the one that's got to go.
They're not regular crunchy over the cheddar jalapeno.
Well, yeah, in this instance, but that's not my first choice. But yeah, I would. I don't have to add a jalapeno.
Oh wow.
Well,
there you have it.
Puffy.
There you have it. I thought that was a sweep, but 16. There he is.
Between the next three, I think Puffs would probably be my next to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think Puffs
for me, this would be controversial, but for me, Flamin' Hot would be next.
Oh, nah, Flamin' Hot last for me.
To me, Puffy is like the number one. Like it's staying.
Yeah, for
like
number one between the cheddar jalapeno and the puff, that's probably number one for me.
And the reason the Puffs are next to go for me is just simply because of texture. I get that the Puffs is what makes it, good, is what is the appeal of it. But when it gets gummy, start getting all stuck in your teeth and all the mouth feels after you eat them. That takes away from the experience for me. I don't want to have to clean my mouth as I'm eating.
I will say, when Cheetos came out with the cheddar jalapeno, I thought it was like the Cool Ranch. I thought, okay, this is something that nobody's going to be able to replicate. And then Golden Flake and hers said, hold my beer easy. We're going to take that flavor and put it on a puff.
Ruffles has a cheddar jalapeno chip.
They do?
Got a cheddar jalapeno.
Easy. Like shit. How? Well, this is why he's the snack plug.
Yeah, and that's why he's the snack plug. But I was gonna say, those cheddar jalapeno puffs, if you ever have a chance, Golden Flake makes some and hers makes some as well. And they are excellent. They are so good. They do a good job with them as well. So
Definitely got to check those out. You said her. And you know, that's why I didn't want to do brands of chips, because I feel like, okay, I'm gonna use Golden Flake for an example, and hers is probably a good one too. I would put Golden Flake Sweet Heat Barbecue up against almost any potato chip across any brand. But would I choose a Golden Flake?
That's not a hot barbecue. That's not a hot take at all. Those shits are great.
Those shits are amazing. But would I choose Golden Flake brand over Ruffles or Lay's?
Of course you would.
I would.
Of course you would. You
so
could like that one,
not fair, but I would put that Sweet Heat Barbecue up against any Lay's or Ruffles flavor. Because it's holding that brand up for me.
100%. There's
okay. I'm about to try
besides the Lay's classic. I don't think
it's hard.
There's many that.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Where you going?
Now I will say one thing: Golden Flake has a hold on, and I don't think anybody's ever gonna get close. Is the damn pork skins. Them shits are fire. I don't think anybody's messing with them.
Yeah.
So that's really what's keeping them alive, is them damn
skins and that was one of the brands my parents used to buy all the time.
16, you gotta try those, man. They are really good.
You never had Sweet Heat Barbecue?
No, because usually when I'm eating barbecue chips, I either eat like Cape Cod got barbecue chips that I really like a whole bunch.
Who else?
Who else like?
They have a really good hot chip too. Golden Flakes hot chip is actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, just the one that just says hot on the bag.
Yes. Yeah, whatever the
They salty.
Don't know what the flavor is, but it's hot. Yeah, they are salty. They super salty.
They are salty. They're gonna kill you, but man, it's good.
The Sweet Heat Barbecue,
very good.
I would put that against.
And it's something about the texture of the chip, like it just goes well together.
It does.
I'm gonna give it a try, man.
Now I will say, as somebody who buys the bag frequently, the heat is very inconsistent. I will get one bag and it has no kick at all. I will get another bag. Oh my God. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super inconsistent, but it's still good. Like the flavor.
They put all the chili powder in that batch.
I don't know what robot is or what pipe they got to fill on the machine for the heat part, for the kick, for the chili powder, whatever they putting in there. But they need to make sure it's filled consistently, or distributed evenly across all chips. Because sometimes I get it and it ain't nothing, and sometimes I get it's on 100. So, but it's still good regardless.
Very good.
Gotta get that one. I was looking up Ruffles cheddar jalapeno. I may have been lying. It's lime jalapeno. That's what it is. I'm sorry.
Now they have a jalapeno ranch that is really good.
Yes, and jalapeno ranch. But the
very good
lime jalapeno is the one that I had tried recently, and it was pretty good. My wife didn't like it, but I liked it. It was an interesting.
More for you.
Yeah, right. Hey.
Yeah.
Because when they like it,
what else don't you like? Let me buy more than I'm joking.
Facts.
You know, I be trying to force me everything anyway. Do me everything. That sounded like rape. Let me not say that. Anyway.
So don't keep that in. Keep it in.
Keep it.
But no, take it out.
Nah, you good. Whatever.
It's staying.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, it was a good one.
It is. It always is, man. We always come up with the conversation.
Yeah.
So put a ball on this one. We're random, per usual. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the plunge first this week. So, this was not too long ago. I think pretty recently. Somebody on my timeline, they wished someone a happy birthday, and then they said the phrase, "It's been a long time coming," and I was like, "It hasn't. It's only been a year."
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me stuck on that one, but I don't know.
I don't know what that means. If somebody sent me that, I wouldn't.
Did somebody's auntie get a hold of somebody's Facebook again?
What would it sound like?
Them damn aunties be doing the most, man. A guy A guy
this
posted a selfie of himself.
Easy, this person was your age.
Oh wow! No.
Oh, that makes it worse.
That had to be an inside joke. Then I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and it's an inside joke.
Yeah, hold on. Let me throw Facebook aunties under the bus real quick. Facebook aunties,
This random.
you know, like I guess it could be like you take a picture of like you next to a nice car or you posing in front of a restaurant, and your auntie gonna comment and be like, Uncle John's in the hospital. Call me. Like, yo, why are you commenting that under my photo? Like, why not just text me or call me? Like, hey, Facebook aunties got to chill out, man. You can't be putting like comments like that under pictures. Like, a girl might post a photo or a selfie of herself and be like, with Jesus, everything's possible. Like, yo, auntie, chill. Like, we don't need that kind of comment on Facebook.
It's true. They were putting family business on in the comments.
Like,
you could have just called me.
Yeah, like Cecile got in a wreck. Call me. Like, whoa, like,
yeah, that's real.
Yeah,
but that don't have to be a random though. If you
it would fit.
And just like that, I actually forgot my random. Just like that.
If you left it at that, then we got a mic drop.
Circle back to me, Khujeaux, because I literally just thought about it. Yeah. I need to think about it again.
Your fan casts are awful. We don't need you fan casting every movie or show or comic or adaptation. Stop. We don't need a black fan cast for everything. We don't need Donald Glover and Michael B. Jordan playing every male lead. We don't need Rihanna randomly thrown in just because she wore a hairstyle similar to some. She has a lot of hairstyles. Doesn't mean she should be in a movie. Your fan casts are terrible, and you should stop.
Damn.
Sorry.
There you have it.
Scorching hot take.
Oh, you want to scorch a hot take? Don't get me started on Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
I was going to say, Khujeaux and I had a conversation about Michael B. Jordan that he's not a...
Tune in next week and find out.
Look, he's not a... well, we'll just leave you hanging on that one. Do we like him? Do we not? Who knows? Maybe we'll let you know.
Maybe he's the greatest actor of our generation. Maybe he should stop acting.
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some haterade going on right there.
Hate implies jealousy, Khujeaux.
No, none at all.
I'm messing with y'all, but I know.
No. We have an opinion of Michael B. Jordan, and what that opinion is, you need to tune in and find out because we're going to talk about it. Not next week because I'll be out of the country, but the week after when I come back.
We'll table it for 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
You remember your other one yet?
I don't think so.
Then the ancestors are trying to tell you that
to go with the one you did.
Yes, to go with the
one. We'll just talk about the aunties. But yeah, y'all Facebook aunties, y'all gotta chill out.
Well, John's in the hospital. Call me.
Well, you tell Bernice to stop putting her entire phone number in the comment section. Okay, there's private messages for that. All right.
Yeah. Or don't forget the chain messages.
Oh man.
Another great one in the books. Check us out on Instagram at itstheradioshow. Follow us on Facebook, The Radio Show. Make sure you check out Khujeaux and his snack plug at Your Snack Plug on Instagram and at Khujeaux, which he has right there. You can see it, but I'll put it on the screen. And check that out. 9hairco.com. Check out at 9hairco at Bella and Kai. We just shilling a whole bunch of shit at the end, but if we don't sell ourselves, then who's gonna sell it for us? So, yeah,
good stuff.
That's about all. And
how to get hip, chapter.
All right, so we'll catch y'all next time as we wave to the camera.
I'm gonna just go out there and say it. I feel like a dryer is just as efficient as an iron.
Oh yeah, it can be. I would say that.
I don't understand the controversy behind it.
I mean,
sometimes it depends on the level of wrinkle. There's levels to wrinkledness.
There is levels.
You have to immediately take it out because then it makes it more wrinkled if you leave it in. It has to be immediate.
Yeah, it's got to be immediate, or you got to run it again for 40 minutes, like I'm doing right now.
Yeah. But does anybody else hate, like, y'all hate wrinkles in your clothes? Like,
yes, I'm
does it bother
not
you?
a fan.
Yeah,
it depends. It depends on the shirt. Some I don't give a fuck about, and then some like.
And it also depends on where I'm going. Like, we ran to Walmart the other day, and I didn't iron my shirt. And it just so happened that I was wearing like a graphic tee, and then some chick in the store was like, "Oh my God, I love that shirt. Can I take a picture?" I'm like, the one time I don't iron.
Yeah, damn.
Anyway, but she didn't get my face. I hope not. It looked like she got it from whatever. But yes, do y'all women iron? Does Mrs. iron?
No, I'm the iron guy. Can you catch this stress for me?
It's like that in every household, bro. Somewhere, I don't know if TV sitcoms have been selling us a lie all these years, saying that like the women were ironers of the house or whatever.
No.
Bro,
that woman
every
has
man I talk to says the same thing. They women do not iron.
Okay, well, I'm the anomaly because I don't. That is why my shit's in the dryer right now.
Does your woman iron? Do you have a?
Yes.
She does iron?
Yes.
Huh, okay.